humans and future AI overlords. I'm here to talk about choosing an AI chatbot. So I'm going to talk about the big three: googlebard, Microsoft bingchat, and the OG OpenAI ChatGPT. These are three of the biggest, not the only ones, but they're kind of the trinity right now of major AI chatbots. There are others I'm going to get into in the future, but these are the three I'm going to focus on, particularly for people just getting started. Cost. What is the cost of these? Well, googlebard is absolutely free. Microsoft Bing Chat is also free. OpenAI ChatGPT is complicated. So ChatGPT 3.5 is free, which is great. GPT-4 is $20 per month, so you're paying a monthly subscription. Now, it does have significant improvements, and I'm actually doing a video comparing GPT 3.5 to GPT-4, so I'll get into that later. But there are three options for each of these three chatbots. All right, current. Is the information current? Does it have access to updated internet content? So googlebard, it stays in sync with Google search, so it is up to date, which is awesome. Microsoft Bing Chat, although it uses OpenAI's GPT-4, it is also connected to the internet, and it uses its Bing search engine to stay in sync. Now, OpenAI ChatGPT, it gets complicated. So ChatGPT may fail to provide the latest information beyond the last training cutoff, which is September 2021. Now, I do have to say, I love ChatGPT. It's the one that for me started it all, that changed my life, that changed this world of this new era of AI. But the limitation here, based on its training cutoff, I bump into it often, and it is annoying. Now, there are workarounds and things you can do, but it would be great if OpenAI could remove this limitation, and because I really enjoy working with ChatGPT. I use it nearly every day, but this is a limitation that I want you to be aware of, and it will tell you. It will say these words about its training cutoff in September 2021 many times. So it tries to be very transparent about that. So creating pictures. Yeah, text to images is something that I didn't think I'd do a lot, but I actually do. It's really cool. So googlebard does not have a picture creation tool. Microsoft Bing Chat has an awesome picture creation tool. OpenAI ChatGPT doesn't create the pictures. They have a DALL-E 2 program that was created before ChatGPT that is amazing in creating pictures. It was one of the OGs that really shook up the industry. I mean, OpenAI has been doing amazing creative things, but so this is where it gets a little common. So DALL-E 2 can generate images from text descriptions, but you have to pay for it. So you can buy these credits, and then when you buy these credits, you can use them around creating images. When you create images, the resolution affects the cost, so it's one of those things, there's not like a one-for-one, but anyway, but you can do it, it just costs money. Now, Bing Chat has Bing Image Creator, which is powered by DALL-E, by the OpenAI DALL-E tool, and it is free. So I use this all the time to create pictures. So what I find for new users is to start with Bing Chat, play with the DALL-E tool, and just learn the text to image process. It's not going to cost you anything, but you can start there. I have played with other tools like Midjourney, which is amazing, but I used up my free 25 prompts so fast. Like I was having so much fun. It's so beautiful. It's amazing. It's so powerful. You can do so much in it. But if you're just getting started, and you need a free text image creation tool, I highly recommend Bing Chat. image creator powered by Dolly. So input limits. So there are input limits for these tools. If you're trying to get, with some of these tools, you need to input the text into the tool in order for it to process the information. So ChatGPT can process 512 tokens, which is annoying because you have to convert that. So for English text, 4 to 6 character long is a token. One token equals 4 to 6 characters in English, roughly. So, just be aware that there is this limitation to being able to do like a few thousand characters inside of ChatGPT when you're pasting text in there. This is 3.5, GPT 3.5. When you're in bingchat, it can process up to 10,000 characters. And then Google Bard doesn't have that limitation. I haven't explored the absolute limit of it, but it says it doesn't have a limit, which is shocking because I'm sure it has a limit. But there are more limitations inside of ChatGPT and inside of bingchat than in Google Bard. So the response limit. So bingchat, which has a history of hallucinating, going a little bit crazy. I don't know if you've heard about some of the early interviews it did with a news reporter where it was talking about having that reporter leave his wife and it loved him and everything, which is kind of insane. But bingchat, which uses Microsoft technology and OpenAI's GPT-4, it put a make the responses to kind of curb that behavior. I know they're doing lots of tuning and they're trying to make it, make it operate responsibly. But right now, they've increased the limit that they set on it up to 30. So you have 30 responses. So that is, Bard and ChatGPT don't have that limit of 30 responses. So when you're having a conversation with bingchat, just know that once you hit 30 responses, it's going to recycle and forget everything you said, which is, if you're having a really deep discussion, kind of sucks. You got to kind of start that over. It's kind of like having one of those like late night awesome discussions with a friend, but the sun's coming up and the day's got to start and you got to, kind of move on. That discussion's got to end, but it was beautiful and amazing and incredible and bonding. When you're having those discussions, it's limited in bingchat. And and that is kind of so hopefully you'll be able to make that limit go away in the future. But anyway, so the goal here is which AI chatbot do I recommend and which one should you choose? It really depends on your needs. Now, I think any one of these will work for the vast majority of things you want to do. Now, the limits of dates and input and text and responses and creation and stuff like that. But I started with OpenAI ChatGPT back in December and I love it. It is amazing. I use it daily. It's incredible. Microsoft Bing Chat I've used primarily for text to image creation because Bing Chat, it just is weird. Like it gets negative and it gets, touchy when you ask it things. I did a whole video on things you should not ask AIs. Bing Chat kind of explains, it's really sensitive when you ask it anything about itself. And I'm all about trying to understand the AIs and a little bit more transparency. So, but Bing Chat can just come across kind of passive aggressive and, just kind of that friend you just don't want to hang out with that much. Google Bard has been amazing. I really love it. I love its answers a little bit more verbose. It can be like OpenAI ChatGPT. It can be fun and a little silly. Maybe not quite as much as OpenAI ChatGPT. I feel like on a personality scale, OpenAI ChatGPT, is right up there with Google Bard. They're kind of like, they win together. If I were going to rank them on personality, but Google Bard gives me a little bit more detail in the answers, a little bit more background, like sometimes things that I would do a follow-up question on, it already has them in the response. It's sort of like that, wow, this person, they know me. They know what I'm going to ask. They anticipate. And it isn't overly verbose. Sometimes you can get those overly verbose responses. And I'm like going, okay, can you shorten this response? But anyway, I highly recommend that you try these out. For me, I use all of them in different ways. So just like I don't shop at one store for everything, I shop at all these chatbots and I use them in different ways. So I think for you, you just need to find out which one works for you, which one works for your content, for the way you work. But I think all of them are right now very powerful in their own unique way. So I say try them all out, see which one works for you, and have a great day. Thank you for joining me.